Okay, we are live. We're going to be starting working on this bad boy any minute here. You know, last minute stuff. You guys know how it is. But let me get everything in set up here, and we will get started. Let's see. We want some YouTube action. There we go. And we will get our chat all set up and ready to rock. There we go. Thank you, Nicolay Law. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. What else do I got? I need to find my camera gimbal. I don't know where I put it. That's my problem. I want to use it because I'm going to make a video too. I got to find it. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. All right, we'll let this other ad run. Why not? All right, I got my camera ready. We got the back box ready. We got the ultrasonic cleaner ready to go. Let's see what we can figure out. Where did Jeremy hide his gimbal for his party? One of those things. Guess it's not the end of the world if I don't have it. I'll find it eventually. All right, go poo. I have too many projects. Good for you on getting work done. Hey, Jay Sargent, welcome, welcome. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I basement full of projects here. All right, let's do pop-out chat. And we'll fold the tablet back over. There we go. All right. Well, I wonder if that'll work like that. All right, I like that. Don't know if I want what I want to set it on. We're just getting stuff set up here. All right. Good evening. Good evening. All right, so I got my camera. I'm just finishing setting up here, and we'll get another camera set up as well. But I'm kind of looking for my gimbal so I can also shoot a video, because there will be a video to go along with this. I just got to figure out where the heck I put it. You guys know how it goes. How's everybody's evening going? How's everybody's day going? I got a busy week going. Definitely a busy week, but that's okay. All right. Yeah, you can see the head back there. Cool. Now, where the heck did I put my gimbal? Didn't stash it in here, did I? Let's see. Nope. Too bad I don't have a portable camera to tote you guys around while I look for my gimbal. It might be kind of fun. There's all kinds of stuff down here. All right, because I am a collector at heart. Let's see here. Trying to find my gimbal. Not the end of the world if I don't. I can work around it. I just would rather have it. It's just really nice for shooting stuff, especially like this. Okay, anything coming to mind? I'm glancing around. Don't see it. Yeah, well. Should have looked for it earlier. We'll just go raw handheld. Might make for a bumpy video, but that's okay. All right, rebuilding transmission in my daughter's Lexus SUV. It went out last Friday. Holy buckets. Can you get all the parts for it? That's pretty impressive if you can. Congrats on doing that. That's I've tackled one automatic transmission on a 81 Volkswagen Vanagon. It was a 3-speed automatic, and that was my first and only automatic transmission, and learned some stuff. Learned some good stuff. But yeah, that was a challenge for sure. All right, gimbal. You're not in the bottom of the stuff here. All right, let's find my hand grip. Oh, hey, there's my gimbal's got to be in my bag. This is my go-to bag here. Let me change. I could not rebuild the transmission. It's one of those things you just kind of do. All right, this is Menards. Sold at Menards. It's like a really heavy-duty bag for construction workers and stuff. I bought it because it has a big pocket in here for laptops. It's meant for laptops. So this is my travel bag when I do like big stuff, shows and stuff. And what do we got here? But my gimbal! Hooray! Found it! Jason says, busy. We'll finish my basement sheetrock project later. Oh, yeah. Yikes. But yeah, this thing's got all kinds of nifty pockets in it. And like one big pocket here. 2 big ones here. Got a spot for a flashlight. Got a spot for documents and stuff in the back. It's It's a really nice bag. I like it. It's got a shoulder case, really heavy duty, and it fits my massive laptop in it. So I'm quite happy with that. It's worked quite well over the last few years. You know, Pinball Mayhem is coming on its 5-year anniversary. That is nuts. It's in July that Ed and I started Pinball Mayhem, and with the help of our friends, it's grown to what it is. It just blows me away. Blows me away. All right, let's see. We'll get this camera mounted on here so we can do some live stuff. Or not live, excuse me. We're doing live. Get this camera mounted on here so we can do some recorded stuff for a short video. And then I will direct people to this live stream. All right, let's see. We're on automatic. Nice, I like that bag. I bet you're ready for Cactus Canyon. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, with Champion Pub sold, which I did not have to sell it for to get Cactus Canyon, space or monetary wise, I did not have to sell it. But if I was to take it out of the lineup because I wasn't playing it, it'd just be folded up in the corner, and you know, might as well move it on. I've had it for almost 5 years, so. Almost as long as Pinball Mayhem. Champion gone yet? No, it is, let's see, it is right here. So, well, the sale is done. I haven't got the money, but I haven't asked for the money because it's not important at this point till it's gone. But the sale will occur when I get Cactus Canyon, unless I just get a, you know, bug up my ass and end up taking it apart, hauling it upstairs and putting it in the garage and say, pick it up, which would work okay too. All right, let's see. I need another camera set up, and then we will do some extra work on this guy. Let's see, let's get a camera post, and then we also got to make a little video. I will take various breaks to make a video. I'm really happy with what's going to be Friday's video. It doesn't have a lot of editing like a lot of my stuff, but Jay Sargent says, you got the best wife, just one more pin. Definitely. But it's one of those things where, I mean, we get along beautifully. We married late in life, which I think worked out better for the best. But my wife is like, one example I like is we went to a furniture store, which we don't do very often. But I walked into this furniture store, and they got all kinds of stuff, clocks and furniture, you know, regular furniture, and you know, desks and all kinds of stuff. And I saw in my eyes, a beautiful grandfather clock. It had a rounded case on it, looked like a Roman column or something like that, but it was like glass rounded. And I just made a comment, you know, it's like $4,000 or something. It's like, boy, that'd be really cool. And she goes, yeah, that'd be great in the basement. So. She doesn't care what I get as long as it's in the basement. It's kind of funny. Jump Bug, that's cool. You can keep it until Cactus Canyon. Yep, definitely cool. Yeah. So what I was talking about, this Friday's video, is going to be on the boxer on Champion Pub. I really wanted to get that made. So I take the boxer out of it. I show you how to do it. I show you how to take him mostly apart. And I show you what the problem was with him, which wasn't serious. One of his arms was binding up. But while I was in there, another arm loosened up. And that was an interesting fix too. So it's a good video. It's like 20 minutes. So I'm happy I did it on Sunday. I filmed it and I edited it and it's done. So I was like, dang it, I gotta do some work. I gotta take advantage of this. So you know, one of them things. Thank you very much, Chum Bucket. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. All right, let's see. Extra camera set up, and then we'll start working on this. I got the ultrasonic cleaner set up. We are almost ready to go. All right, let's use. Well, we got that camera going there. All right, let me walk around here to my rig. I got my rig set up behind you, just for ease of use. And we'll take off the backbox camera here. And we will unthread it, because it is, the wires are quite tangled in here, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. One step at a time. Oh, it's not bad. It's not tangled up hardly as much as I thought it would be. All right, sorry if we're moving around here. How's everybody's week been going? Mine has been busy. Busy at work. My coworker is gone. He's in a neighboring state looking at some other of our operations over there, so that makes it a little tough. All right, here we go. It's not that difficult to invert this. It's going to be the best. So the backbox camera I've got set up in OBS to have it be upside down because it's just easier that way for streaming and stuff to look at the backbox. Let's see, how does this guy, I don't think this clamp, yeah, this clamp doesn't really work that great on the stand. So I'm going to take off my nice flexible clamp because I want a camera. I could do an overhead camera, but I don't think that would be that useful for you guys or that interesting. We'll put this guy up on top here. Spin it around as I twirl the cable on it. All right. Let's see here. This back box is super easy, comparatively. All right, let's see. That looks pretty good. All right, let's get an extension on this guy. Where is my other cable? Back here. Got a nice long USB extension here. All right. Chum Bucket, how you been doing? What you been working on? Working on anything interesting? Let's see, what do we want? Let's go something like this maybe, huh? Hanging it down? That'll work. All right, let's hook this guy up over into this port. And I'm gonna have to flip over the image. The image will be upside down at first. But hey, it is what it is. Deactivate, activate. Yep. All right, let's go. Transform is what we want. Transform, here we go. Rotate 180. Boop. Hey, bing, ding, 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 ding. All right, we are on. I can go up a little higher too, I think. All right, I want a little rotating gimbal on here, so we will pop it off of this stand and get a little more movement with the camera. Beautiful. All right. Little tips and tricks and stuff you can do with cameras and whatnot. I got a gimbal on it, I don't have to spin the stand. Little baby gimbal. All right, let's see. Let's do, I don't know, something like that. You can see the ultrasonic cleaner there. All right, getting ready for an addition, so I had to place my games in storage. Whoa, missed them so much, and I went and bought some more to place in my living room. Nice job. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's see. Let's update our camera image quality a little bit. I did not do that yet. But they look pretty darn good overall. Pretty happy with it. All right, so I'm gonna take off the auto. We'll leave autofocus on. We'll turn off auto exposure. And then we'll turn off auto white balance. That looks better. And we'll manually adjust our gain here. That looks pretty good. Now we'll go to the other camera and do the same thing. Little tweaks and stuff that make the whole thing look better. All right, configure video. We'll leave auto focus on, unless it gets irritating on us, and we'll shut it off. Ah, beautiful. Got some color in it. That looks pretty good. All right. Okay. Double check my camera is set up here pretty good on my gimbal, which it is. All right. Now, while I'm doing this live recording, I'm also going to take little breaks and I will film for the video. All right. And I will direct people to the live stream to watch the, recorded live stream. All right. So where is the key for that guy? Must be over here, hopefully. Yes. All right, good. Yeah, let me roll the, so we got something visually interesting in the background. Let's roll the game out there. Almost fell off the cart. It's not that heavy. Come on. Carts and carpets don't always work together. There we go. Ah, falling off the cart. Okay. Put that there. Move this around there. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. Kind of blocking it somewhat. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So, here we've got the head for the 1970 Williams straight flush, which is kind of surprising to me that it is really an add-a-ball game that they just kind of went, oh, let's make it replay, but we're not going to add a any sort of match feature or anything to it. It's kind of weird in that respect. All right, so what we got to do is we got to open up the back of it here. Grab the right key here. Luckily, there's two. It's a sheet metal door here. Get this out of the way. And we'll get it up onto the table without, hopefully, hurting myself. Luckily, it's pretty light. Now, if this was a Gottlieb from if this was Jungle Queen or something, that'd be a lot heavier. All right, there, that's pretty good. All right, what is your plan with this pin? How far down are you going to tear it down straight flush into the rebuild? Great question, Jay Sargent. What I'm planning on doing is it's going to be a full mechanical rebuild. I'm going to clean all the relays, all the points, all of them. Clean all the stuff on the score motor, and strip down the top of the play field. Rebuild the flippers, of course. Basically just make it mechanically as good as I can. I might not go as far as I did with Top Hand, but it all depends on what I see and how I feel. This game has 70-some thousand plays. It doesn't seem to be hacked up or anything, so I'm pretty lucky with it. All right. So what I want to do first is I want to take out the back glass here. Actually, we'll move this guy a little bit so you can see. Get a little bit of both angles here. Is that bright enough? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Autofocus is kind of doing a little wonky thing here. So let me do a little quick introductory video here. We'll get this started. You guys won't be able to see the footage from this handheld camera, but all right, there we go. We'll just do my little introductory thing that I normally do, and I'll talk about the plan, and I'll do some various little footages. This should only be just hopefully maybe like a 5 or 10 minute video at the most. And then I'll say to people to watch the live stream video. All right, so yeah. Let's see. I really. Oh, hello, boink. I was going. Where'd my thing go? Sorry about that. Woo! Took a little plunge. Nothing's bent. That'll be fun. I'm not going to edit this, so it is what it is. Stepped on the cord. Pro here. All right. Roller coaster ride. All right. Let's see here. I love this camera and the fact that it's got a screen that flops around. You know, that doesn't look too bad here. Yeah, that works pretty good. All right, let's do her. Welcome to Pinball Mayhem. My name's Jeremy Ajma, and we're just going to be starting on Project Straight Flush. Going to be a full mechanical rebuild. This is not a restoration, but it is just a rebuild. One of the interesting things I'm doing with this one is it's going to be a combination of some videos and some live streams, which I think will be really fun. So this video is just going to be short, just going to be little snippets throughout as I work on the back box. So we're going to go head first into this one. I figure we'll start with the back box and either go into the top of the play field or the bottom or the motorboard first. I don't know what I'll do after this. We'll see what I feel like. But it should be good. But if you want more detail, please check out the live streams. I'm going to have them all in one playlist for this project. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pull off the back glass here, and then I'm going to really take this thing apart, and you might be interested to see what I do. So be sure to catch the live stream video in the playlist. Alright, there we go. Alright, shut that off, shut that off. There we go, cool. That worked pretty good. Pretty good for a first run, dry run thing. Alright, so what we're going to do now is pull this guy off. And it's like, how do you get this thing off? It doesn't come off. Well, the thing is, since we got two cameras, one in front, one in back here, I can show you. Alright. Now my thing's moving around on the table and stuff. Oh well, can't win. So, on the back box, there are these two levers. These are kind of common to Williams stuff. These are actually slides. So you pull it, and they release the top of the back glass here. Make sure this one's out all the way. All right, cool, it is. So now we should be able to lift up and hopefully not drop it. All right, so this is not bad. Somebody's painted a little bit red in here, but hey, whatever. I should probably seal this, but we'll see if I do that. I might not. If I hate this game, I just might sell it right away and, you know, be done with it. But we'll put this in a safe spot, hopefully. Trying to figure out where that's going to be. Oh, well. We'll set her over here. What's the worst that can happen? Crash, boom, bang. All right. Okay. So, as you can see here, we have got the front of this guy. Yeah, it looks pretty normal. We got some totally burned out light bulb right here. Got another one that's gone chrome here, but that's no big deal. I don't think I will put flasher bulbs in here because they're now kind of unobtainium, but who knows? Maybe I'll do some LEDs in the back box. I've never really done that, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, I think I'll do that for this one. How many screws hold this thing in? It's not too bad. All right, cool. All right, so let's get this guy in a little closer here. So this is actually not very complicated at all. I'm kind of torn. What I did on some other pins that I've worked on is I have pulled this whole board out. This is actually designed to be assembled as a board. Then you just, you know, put the whole thing in, pull it out, do whatever. I might do that on this one. Not 100% positive yet. I gotta look and see what I think of some stuff. Gopu says, at least it's a single player game, not as many reels to go through. You got that right, for sure. Alright, let's get this green thing out of the way. It's kind of in the way right now. Let's see. You know what? I think that'll rest okay on it without being in the back box. This is just a little tough to work on, so I'm going to remove the screws that hold in the main portion here. Alright, so let's get that out of here. I think, because there's so many and they're not into playfield or anything, I think I'll use my power screwdriver. I generally don't use a power screwdriver too much on these kind of projects, but why not? Alrighty, let's grab a nice long bit. Find one that fits perfectly. Don't want to ruin any screws. That one does not. That's way too big. Alright, what else we got in here? That looks pretty reasonable. Yeah, that should work. Alright, I just use a Menards. This is a brushless drill. Yeah, I like that. That'll work. Alright. If you guys got any other questions or comments or whatever, just feel free, hit me up. I'm here to chat with you guys. Alright, take a swig of water here. Okay, let's go. Oh, another tip. These are just plastic bins that food comes in. Really good tip is to save these. If you're microwaving stuff, take it out of the bowl first and then microwave it, and then you don't have to worry about melted food and stuff on there. That works pretty cool. All right, let's get this out of here. So nice, it even fell off the drill bit. All right. Okay. There's not all that many screws. Remember, I mean, this was designed, for manufacture. So while they probably never envisioned this thing really coming out, but maybe, if the game had a fire or something, somebody could buy a replacement. I don't know. This is definitely doable to work in here. This is pretty spacious, so I could easily do it, but it's a lot easier to work on these mechanisms when it's out of the game, or out of the back box. Alright, that looks pretty good. Is it loose? It is loose. Alright. Is it still a quick connector in these old EM machines when you disconnect the back box? Yes, 100%. What we got here, it is actually these guys right here. We'll lower this down here for you. So this is a Jones plug connector, and this game has two of them for the back box. So one goes to the play field and one goes like the bottom board here. But that is the only connections that this back box has. It has similar Jones plugs up over here, but these are actually, they use them for scoring. It's pretty cool. They got this little individual pins that go in that you can set your scoring to. I wish newer games had this. There you go. Yeah, instead they got a big mass of 20 connectors or whatnot, 20 smaller ones. All right, so I want to kind of balance this stuff. All right. Luckily, the ball count unit here is pretty stout. All right. Good. Now the back box is really light. All right. So I have determined that if I lay this flat, I'm not going to be smashing the reels because we got some various pieces of wood here that prevent that. So we can just set her on down and be okay with it. All right. Let's get a little closer in on our stuff here. Barricade, hey, welcome. Welcome, glad to see you. We are starting on a rebuild project. So, should be good. I think I'm going to start with the score wheels first. I've got the ultrasonic cleaner set up over here. It's already hot and ready to go. Where do I want this guy? Put him over here. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Barricade, a friend of mine got a YouTube channel. Please check him out. He's actually going to be posting a video sometime above a little few seconds of my party that I just had, so that's pretty cool. All right. 8:30. All right, probably going to go for like a half hour here. Goal is not to finish everything, but you know how it goes. All right, so let's go like this. Yeah, you can see all the paint and all that stuff. Actually, you probably can't. There's all the paint and just fluff and stuff. This is paint from the back glass. Francis says hi. Yay, Jeremy. Woohoo! Hey, Francis. All right. So, Williams has done some various things on their score reels throughout the year to retain them, keep them from falling into the back box, shall we say? All right, let's move this a little closer here. So these score reels actually have a metal clip. This is spring-loaded clip that retains them. But you've also got, this is an old bracket, old school bracket. Even though this is from 1970, this is the main way to hold them in. But if you got a clip that's broken or bent or whatever, this is a hole right there that you can put a, it's like a U-shaped clip that fits down from the top. That's how they used to secure them in. But that hole is still here, so you can use it if you've got a score reel that's that this clip is broken on, so you don't have to replace this whole assembly. But to take this off, you just pull on the clip, and this guy comes out, and then it's ready for servicing. Now, a little thing I'm curious of, we got a little splotch of solder there, so somebody's been working on this at one point, so, you know, things. You never know what you're going to find with this stuff. So, all right. Let me fire up the old camera here, and we'll do part 2 of the video. Boy, where things are really cooking here. We have got the... I pulled this out of the back box, and all that's left of the back box, let's see, where we got? There's the back glass. That's looking good. Safely out of the way. And here is the back box. It is just an empty shell of itself. Even though this is just a single player game, I find this much easier to work on all the components this way. So, yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. We're just going to go through and clean these out again. Yeah, so we're just going to go through the score reels and see where that leaves us. Oh, boy. Helps if I'm recording. All right. We are really cooking here. I've got the back panel out of the back box, and all that's left is just an empty shell. It's pretty amazing. But where we're going to be pulling out the score reels, going through those. If you want the details, please check out the recorded live stream. All right. Making the video. Okay. Grab my chair. Maybe turn off my heater. It's actually getting warm down here. I like it. Okay. How are we looking here? We're in shot. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. These don't look all greasy or anything, so that's pretty nice. I'll probably grab a different container. And then we'll just toss all of the parts into the container here. Now I'm kind of looking for broken wires. Just looking for anything out of the ordinary, broken components and whatnot. I do have extra reels in case something is damaged, so I don't have to order parts, which is nice. But let's see how this actuates. Another neat thing is this has an open back on it, so you can manually actuate the reel. And this reel would work. There's nothing wrong with it. It would work just fine. But it's nice to have everything cleaned up. All right, so let's tear a reel apart. Grab a screwdriver, pliers, appropriate bit here. And we'll also need a Phillips. Try this. We are going to kind of do the shot, not really, I guess you could say shotgun, because we're going to pull all the reels and clean everything at once, all at once. I've done enough of these, so it's not that big a deal. I'm just kind of looking at the rest of this stuff here. we have got a broken terminal. All right, cool. All right, and just looking around here, here's one major problem. So we already found something. It's a broken terminal. Well, this might be, I don't see the rest of the wire on here, so we got a big solder glob. It probably came off of that. So we can look at their other ones and make an assumption that, oh, this is the same way. A big yellow blob came off of here. So I'm sure this caused some interesting problems when it tried to play the game. All right, so fixing a lot of this stuff is just observation. It's really that simple. All right, let me toss some gloves on so I don't get mega dirty. Gloves. Oh, right down here. All right. So, Bearcade, you'll have to tell me about that royalty-free music thing you're trying. I'm interested in that. I kind of like to have something on like right now, but, you know, we'll have to see how that works. All right. Let's see what we can do, like I always like to say. All right, so turn apart the reel. Pretty simple. We got 3 screws, and we've got a E-clip or Jesus clip or whatnot. You always want to support the clip with your thumb or something. That way when it loosens up, it's going to go flying, but your thumb will hold it in place. All right, so we got a E-clip and a washer. So a circlip or whatnot, that's what it looks like. All right. Now, we could probably manage to pull this all up with that gear intact by moving some of these levers out of the way, but we're just going to take off the reel. The reel will not go in the ultrasonic cleaner, by the way. We have got 3 screws, and the reel is actually indexed to the gear here. There's a notch on the other side of the reel, so it is possible to put it on incorrectly, but it'll be 1/3 of the way off, or 2/3 of the way off. YouTube library, you can download songs from YouTube. Yep, all right, cool. I do have a lot of that stuff, but there are like streaming services and stuff that offer that. I kind of thought that's what you're doing, but YouTube library is an excellent source for that kind of stuff. All right, so here is our reel. And let's see if we can get the, yeah, autofocus is on. So what we've got right here, might be a little bit out of focus because we got, it's a little dark. But this is the lock, this is the tab for indexing. So let's see, we'll set this aside here. This actually doesn't look too bad at all. This lever prevents the reel from working backwards. Got a spring on it. And we got another little Jesus clip. And this one's a little smaller, so this guy will really go flying. But yeah, those things can definitely go flying. But that's why it's great to have a parts machine, because you can rob stuff off of it or whatnot. Okay, now there's one more thing out of the way. Now this is, I'm going to pull this back, and if I rotate this in the right position, they've actually got a cutout here. This is designed to pull off. And on this guy, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's see if we can do something here. There is a notch in the plastic right here, and that's where that peg goes on the reel. Now this one has scoring features or matching features or whatnot on it, so it's got a circuit board, and that's what this is for, and it's got a little horseshoe contact on it. All right. Now this guy, this other lever here, there's a groove in here, and that's why this is shaped this way. So this guy can go, you know, a certain amount and let the game know when it's reset. That's mainly what these switches are for, is the reset feature. We're all the way on the end, so yeah, this would probably be the reset. Because interesting, I read about this game, that this was at a time when Williams didn't really know how many score reels they were going to use until they settled on 4. Whereas this one has 5 reels. So we can just chuck that in. We don't have to take this little piece off. We will take the next little clip off. Same size clip. Super simple piece of plastic. Like I said, this will work just the way it is. You know, I could just rub these, you know, clean the shafts, and this has not had a lot of lubrication, which is good and bad. Good because it's easier to clean, bad because, you know, it might be worn out, but that's okay. All right, we got a different spring here, longer and thinner spring. All right, there's that guy. Because we got everything else out of the way, we're looking pretty good here. This is flat. I think some of them have a rounded edge, some don't, but this is not really mushroomed because this is all the way on the end. This gets the least amount of wear. So we'll probably put these parts in the first reel that it should have the most wear. And we got our circuit board here. So we'll take out the screw for that. It is should have been a little tighter than that, but it gets worn out. All right, so I'm going to look at the circuit board. There's no really burnt traces on it or anything. We'll just leave it dangling there. And we'll probably clean this bracket too. Or maybe we'll just wipe it out. Well, this says 10 to 90 units, so I don't know. Well, that should be 0 though. This bracket could have been from somewhere else, because yeah, this is not a 10 to 90 unit. All right. Let's see here. We've got 42. Ho! I don't score coil with mushroom. Good point. Hey Ed, welcome. How's it been doing? You've been working pretty hard at shuffling stuff around, huh? I'm glad you're here. All right. Well, you can get some score reels that are pretty bad, but yeah, you're correct. This is a pretty small coil. All right, these are not very tight. All right. You know, Ed, we're coming on 5 years this July. End of July, it's 5 years, buddy. 5 years for Pinball Mayhem. Ever see a Chicago coin plunger? A Chicago coin plunger with more of a ball end. On United score reels, they got some funky ends on them. On the end that is opposite of the coil stop. All right, so we got some more little components here and stuff. This is a little bracket just to hold the wires, and here is our deal here. Now, like Ed was saying, this thing's in really nice condition, but we'll see what the other ones are. I could replace these guys. Oh, this is brass. Look at that sucker. Woohoo! But this is yeah, brass. We'll clean it up. One score reel done. 42 says, busy, busy, busy. We got a lot of pallet racking up at the new location. Whoa, sweet. Congratulations. That is awesome. All right. Yeah, I don't like this blob of solder right on there. We'll pull that off. All right, we'll move on to reel 2 here. Can't believe it's already been almost 5 years. It's nuts. All right. So, Ed, are you taking anything to MGC, or are you taking Ghost in the Shell, or just going to take it easy and take in the show? All right. Now, with this work I'm doing, I'm not going to clean the screws. If they were really greasy, I would, but you know. Yeah, wow, 5 years, yep. Crazy. Time flies. All right, there's our other reel. Looks pretty good. Okay, what else we got here? These Williams ones. Once you do a couple, they're pretty easy. Then you just do them in mass. I'm not going to clean the springs because they're not full of goop. I'll just clean the white plastic parts. All right, not taking Ghost in the Shell. No progress to show. Victory Glass is going to have a table. Oh, sweet. Victory Glass is having a table. That's awesome. I'll be sure to check it out. I'm planning on being there Friday and most of the day Saturday and driving back Saturday. So I really want to get in Friday and just kind of hang out, have some fun. All right, let's see here. Rotate this guy around. Pull this clip off, and it's rinse and repeat for the rest of them. Whoa. That one almost went flying. Suppose I could set a separate bin for the parts I'm going to clean. All right, white plastic stuff going in. And the coil sleeve. All right. And all of the wires are a certain length, so while it might be possible to put the end wires all the way over here, it's not going to be possible to put the wires from over here all the way over here, so that might be a concern with people, so don't have to worry about that. Yeah, interesting. So this one's got either, because we saw that this one said, you know, people have been on here, which is going to happen, 10 to 90 unit. This is not a 10 to 90 unit. It's on the wrong end. But yeah, this plunger's definitely shorter. I wonder if somebody had the same idea and mixed stuff up, which is okay. Bet that's what they did. All right, let's see here. Jeremy, pop in by the arcade room Saturday. I'll be there. I will definitely do that. Definitely. Or I should say I should do that. Let me put it that way. All right, this one's got a burn mark on it. All right, so this game does not have the match feature, which I do find interesting. But there's no match on this game. But there is definitely a serious burn mark right there on this board. So we'll have to clean that off and see what we can do about it. Not the end of the world, but that's the first one I've seen that had that. But I know it can do it. I know that they do that sometimes. And this is your end of stroke switch. This is helps the game make sure that with a quick switch hit you'll get a full actuation of the mechanism here. So it is, for proper game operation, it is important to have those in there, but it is also possible to run the game with it broken, because those do break. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that looks, okay, we got a plastic one in there, yeah, so somebody replaced some parts in here, which is bound to happen. This guy's definitely a little mushroom, but certainly not going to replace it. Alright, let's see here. I might just wipe this off. I don't know. This is not a high-end restoration or anything like that. We're just cleaning stuff up. But it would be nice to clean that in the ultrasonic cleaner, though. Darn me. Sometimes I just like doing stuff all the way. The switch is a little loose, too, so probably a good idea I'm doing this. Alright. Probably move that camera to the other side. I think the only reason they labeled these units is so when they assembled it, it'd be easier. Okay. Yeah, this guy. Yep. All right, that guy's dusty or corroded a little bit here. All right, let's move the camera. Okay, we're looking good there. Change my angle of my monitor. All right. Barricade, good to see everyone in chat. Anyone else have any projects they are working on? Ooh, good question. Good question. All right, let's see here. We'll just continue to work on our clips here. Ah, gimbal loosened up. Oh, I see what happened. All right, let's see here. Let's hit the heater again on the ultrasonic cleaner. Okay. Trying not to scratch up the letters, even though if I find one that's damaged, I do have used ones I can swap out. Okay. Yeah, this one's a lot dustier. You can tell that this guy gets a lot more use. So when I reinstall this stuff, man, this thing's a little corroded. What I will do is I will inspect all the parts and I will put the best parts, the nicest parts, in the highest use position. All right, yeah, this guy's actually a little rusty even. Wow. Okay, so check that guy out. We've got just some rusty, crusty stuff there. And this guy's definitely flattened. Yeah, I think originally, yep. So you can kind of, hopefully you can see it. This one has a dome top, and this one's flat. But it's still definitely serviceable, especially in this application. Not a high critical thing. They will work just fine. It's not really worth replacing or going after. Like I said, I've got used ones. I could find much better ones, but just look at how nasty that is. Be nice and clean when I'm done. Alright. Gopu says, several need to work on my OXO, Jungle Queen, Aladdin's Castle, and Doctor Who. Gopu, what do you need to do on Jungle Queen? What's your strategy there? What you going to be working on? I am curious. See if I start sneezing. This has got that kind of white, dusty corrosion on it. Alright. Yeah, rust. Crazy. We've got a flat blade screw up on top there. What the hey? Might have to go into my stash just to find the right screw. Because that will not be going back in this one. That's what's good to have a pile of used parts to pick through. Can make a machine much nicer. Wow. Can you guys see that rust on there? It's kind of nutty. Rusty dust. Yeah. There you go. Crazy. Alright. Yeah. I don't know where that brass one came from, but it must have just been a old one or something. Yeah. Oof. Yuck. Okay. A lot of times these do get broken. These are so far good. Alright. I will fire up the video camera once we get all these disassembled. Alright. Rinse and repeat. Okay, 9 o'clock. All right, we're just about on an hour. Square wheels themselves don't look too bad as far as like wear and stuff. You guys got any questions or anything, let me know. Alright, what do we got? Out of the way. Okay. Barricade says, nice. I have to look up some of those games. At Nerd Haven, I'm working on a Harley Davidson First Edition. Nice. Garcade was cleaning the F-14 Combat Nation. Nice. Yeah, Barricade, I think I mean, unless you don't really like the machine, I think a good first machine for you would be Firepower. They made a lot of them. Steve Ritchie, it's got good flow. It's a fun game. It's my first game. And what you're learning there, I think that would be pretty good. You can definitely get a beater version for a good price. So, oh man, just look at how nasty that is. Yeah, this one's the same way, almost kind of similar rusty. Yeah, you can definitely tell 70,000 plays, but still gonna operate fine. And we got a little bit of burning, but nothing serious like that last one. I'll probably replace that board. I don't think any of the, well, it's from score, so you get extra balls from score in this game, so that's what these boards are for. Barricade, I love Firepower. Keep your eyes out. Definitely. Well, the thing is, you got to let everybody know. So if you've got a price in mind or something, it's like you got to talk to Russ and say, hey, Russ, if you see a cheap, Firepower, let me know, or something like that. You just got to let everybody know what you're looking for, and you don't necessarily have to let them know what your budget is, but once you get something in mind, you say, I need I'm looking for my first pin, bottom dollar, doesn't have to work, kind of thing. Because Scott, he works on boards. Granted, board work isn't cheap, but you're learning stuff. Maybe you'll learn some board work too. You'll be able to fix it on your own. But I think Firepower is a good one. All right. That's weird. This one's got a really big lock washer on it. So that's another thing. When you're dealing with old pins, hardware can get changed out because it gets lost. So that's why it's nice to have spares. That's what I did a lot with Top Hand. There's a lot of odd hardware in that game, so I switched it all out for good stuff. So this coil stop's really nice on this one. Oh, yeah, we'll clean the coil stops up too on here. Most of this stuff will just get a good wipe down. All right, the last reel. Woohoo! Barricade, I wouldn't care, 1 or 2. Nice. Well, 2 is probably going to be out of your price range, so definitely go for 1. Firepower 1 was the first lane change. First game to have lane change. First game, it had a lot of firsts in it. Eugene Jarvis programmed that, and him and Steve Ritchie worked on it a lot together. What else did it have first? It's really got a really awesome multi-ball sequence. That was really cool. Well, it certainly wasn't the first multi-ball, but it's really awesome. A lot of firsts in that game. All right. Yeah, I was spoiled by that first reel. This one gets the most action here. So this one's got a lot of people ask, like, what's coil dust? All right, so you're always wondering what coil dust is, if you don't know. This is coil. This is just dust from this thing operating and just basically shredding itself. So that's coil dust right there. So that's what that is what accumulates in the bottom of a pinball cabinet, coil dust. All right. Barricade, how are the prices in either high speed? High speed's going to be more than, I don't know what the prices are going for, but high speed is, probably still going to be out of price range, but it's tough to say what the prices are. It's just, and you can't always go off a pin site either, because I don't know if you were listening on well, actually you weren't, because we were probably talking about it on Sunday, but the thing is, you got to let people know you're looking for stuff like that. The person that bought Champion Pub, that was not advertised that I was selling it. I don't think that person may or may not watch my streams. It doesn't matter. But it was one of those people that Russ knows. It's like, hey, this guy might want to buy your game. I'll talk to him. So friend deals are going to be your best bet for the best price. Because if I would have known that one of my buddies was in love with my was in love with Champion Pub, I would have offered it to them first, and then it would have been a friend deal. It would have been, you know, a good price. But yeah, all right. So yeah, this one's definitely mushroom, but you know, it's definitely serviceable. This will work just fine. If I was keeping this game, if I was in love with this game, maybe I'd replace it with some used ones I got, but it's not worth it. I'm thinking I'm going to sell this game, but you know, you never know. All right, man, these things are just dusty, crusty, full-on black. 70,000 plays this guy's got, so. All right, and it's showing on these last reels, which is okay. Not the end of the world. All right. So again, with high speed 2 is going to be a lot more money than high speed 1, just because, you know, it's DMD game and whatnot, but you know, your best bet is to buy a non-working project, which you are rapidly building the skills you would need to get a project like that off the ground. And board work on those really isn't that bad once you get some resources to help you out. All right. One more end of stroke switch and we are done. Okay. All right. I'd buy another Jeremy game. You do quality work. Thank you for your compliments. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so yeah, this guy is the worst. We'll probably do these plates last because I got pretty clean solution in there. And I really should change that solution out, but I've had that solution sitting in there for a long time. That's my clock cleaning solution. That's expensive stuff. Maybe I'll change that out. I don't know. I just thought of doing that. Because you dump greasy stuff in, it'll continue to work for a long time. It's good stuff, but you know, it's one of those deals. So this has not been lubed up repeatedly, over lubed, good and bad because of that. All right. I think that's a pretty good spot to stop because you don't want to hear the buzzing of the ultrasonic cleaner, which, like I said, I may or may not run tonight. I don't know if I was just thinking about that. All right. Okay, let me fire up the camera. And we are working on the video that I will post later. Look at all that carnage. We have disassembled all of the score reels. We've got everything going here. Some of these are pretty nasty. This one especially is really full of dust and dirt and stuff. Look at all that stuff. But we're going to clean it in the ultrasonic cleaner next. But yeah, it looks worse than it really is. So maybe I'll make that for my thumbnail. That would be a pretty good thumbnail. All right, cool. All right. Turn off my gimbal. Love my gimbal. All right. Whew. You know, why don't we try cleaning up a reel a little bit? Let's do that. I kind of want to go a little. I got a nice bucket of water here. What do we got? All right, let's go this route. Let's take a nasty, nasty reel. Of course, I just turned my gloves inside out, but that's okay. Gloves are cheap. Let's get another pair. Yeah, coil dust is certainly not impossible to get off your hands, but you know, if you're doing this on and off throughout the day, it can really dry out your hands if you're cleaning them with harsh cleaner. Alright, so let's try cleaning a reel a little bit. Let me grab some cleaner and an old toothbrush. Old toothbrushes are some of the best brushes because they're a little softer than a new toothbrush and they're free. Alright, what do I think I want? Something not so harsh. Crud Cutter 1-to-1. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, that's what Ed uses. Ed loves Awesome. Crud Cutter 409. Citrus. Ammonia with water. Lemon Simple Green. We got all kinds of stuff. I kind of vary what I use. What do we got? What do we got? Well, toothbrush. There we go. That'll work. I might ruin one of these, but that's okay. I got more. Crud Cutter 1-to-1. This might be a little strong. Ammonia with water. Get a few variety of things here. I need to reduce some of this Awesome so I don't use it full strength. Alright. All we can do is experiment. Let's try, I don't think ammonia works that great. Try it. That was cool. Alright, let's see what this does. Let's try, I think Crud Cutter works pretty good, but might also take off some of the letters, or numbers I should say. Yeah, taking off all the letters. Yeah, Crud Cutter works good, but we got to really worry about these numbers. Now, for the operation of these reels, does this have to be clean? No. This one's like the worst one. Boy, look at that. It's already looking a lot better. I just got to watch the outside here. It's so nice when you're able to put nice clean components in because everything else stays cleaner because of it. It's this detail work that it's like, well, nobody walking up to it is going to notice it, but it adds, like I like to say, it just adds to the machine. Adds to the overall impression, just a little bit even. Alright, is that painted numbers on the outside of the decals? It's screened, silk screened. I'm pretty sure that's how they would have done it. And like I said, if I ruin these, it's okay. So I've got extras. Alright, and I am not advocating Crud Cutter because there are so many different products you can use which are great. Alright, so I don't need to use a brush on the outside, I don't think. We'll just try a little bit. If it starts taking off a number, it starts taking off a number. Like I said, it's no big deal. We'll just be quick. We'll dunk it in the water just to be super safe. Now the reels on the United, those were like extremely delicate. I could not do this at all. They would be gone. I'm not letting this sit on there. This is a Crud Cutter that has been, 50% water. 1-to-1. Okay, this is not affecting the reels at all here. So we lucked out. But yeah, with the United Shuffle Alley there, I had to use, well, I didn't have to, but I decided to use Novus 1. That cleaned them up really nice, and then I used Novus 2 with a Q-tip. It was pretty crazy. All right, so Let's hit it one more time. We've got a little bit of browning, probably from the light bulbs. I'm not really letting this sit on there very long. All right. Yeah, we're good. There's my oldest son banging around upstairs. Okay, so this was just really a general cleaning. But, let's see, I need a paper towel here. Set that aside. Is Crud Cutter like Simple Green or something like that? Yeah. Simple Green is probably a little bit gentler, I'd say. Simple Green is definitely gentler. Crud Cutter is harsher. It's just a brand name. So, wipe this off. I don't know if it's ammonia, if it's got ammonia in it or not. Not really sure on that. You definitely have to watch what you use it on, though. Okay, here is the major comparison shot. This to that. And this reel was worse. So that is how nice they can come out. So the only yellowing on here will just be yellowing of the plastic, but we got all the dirt off. And yeah, I don't really see any damage to this reel. There's no scraping on it. Sometimes you get that when a reel falls backwards or something, it gets all scraped up. Looks like new, thanks. Yeah, it'll definitely look like new in the game. That was really bugging me, just having that sit there with one black reel or something. And depending on the position it sits in when it's operating, it'll get black on certain spots because the reel will sit there and the dust, blows around a little bit inside the game and it settles on part of it. So, yeah, huge difference here. Crazy. All right, well, let's keep going. Actually, let me fire up the camera here one final time for tonight, and we'll show the difference. All right, wipe my hands off so I don't get my camera hopefully all dirty. That'd be bad. Barricade says, impressive. Thank you very much. Let me get you the container of Crud Cutter. I'm not saying that this is great for score reels by any means, because it is, you really got to watch it. All right. And they've got a wide variety of Crud Cutters out there, different strengths and stuff. Here is Crud Cutter. I got this at Menards, but I'm sure it's sold elsewhere. Non-toxic, biodegradable, safe, fast, tough task remover. Latex paint remover on here, which is probably why I bought it. But so I've got this in a bottle here, which is 50% water, and it's pretty darn potent. So Crud Cutter Ink, cool. Made in the USA, nice. But Ed, I've got some of the stuff that Ed uses too. Let me grab it. He swears by this stuff. Let's see here. It is awesome. LA is totally awesome. I didn't want to try this because this is full strength. But this I picked up at the dollar store. LA is totally awesome. Cleans everything, washable, spray on, wipe off, all-purpose concentrated cleaner, degreaser, spot remover. No ammonia, no bleach. I want to before I use this, I want to put it in like 50% water, because using it full strength is not really the best thing to do, especially when you're trying out a new product. All right, now let's fire up the camera. Okay, here is the last update for tonight. Here is the cleaned score reel, and this is the uncleaned score reel. They turned out great. You can use a variety of products to clean it. You just got to be careful that it doesn't take the paint off. Luckily, these numbers are in great condition. I don't have to worry about it too much. I use this product, but I literally cut the crud cutter 50%, so I got 50% water to 50% product, and I could probably go less than that, but I didn't leave it sit on there very long, and I used just a toothbrush, bucket of water, and it turned out amazingly well. But yeah, that's all for tonight, and we will see you on the next one. Jay Sargent, I've used Awesome before. Really tough though. Yes, streaked, and took paint off an object I was cleaning. Ooh yeah, yeah. It's such a balancing act you got to do. Let's clean the rest of these. All right, we'll just make this super quick and easy. All right, we're gonna get the full strength bottle out of here. I don't want to grab that by mistake. We're not going to use the ammonia. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Let's see. Have a great night. Yes, have a great night, Jay Sargent. I really appreciate you hopping in. We'll just clean these really quick here. We'll do the inside. La-ti-da, cleaning score reels. This is what I really enjoy doing. This really gives me a sense of satisfaction cleaning this stuff up, making it look better, making it work better. You know, getting all the coil dust off, stuff like that. All right. I don't mind spending the time doing this because I feel it's got a really good payoff, which is, I feel better. All right, Andrew Powell, hey, welcome. When are you playing a pinball tournament? All right, when you're playing a pinball tournament, is it polite to talk smack to your opponents to try to distract them, or is it more like golf where you're expected to be quiet? All right, very good, Andrew. So it depends what you're doing. If you are playing a tournament with people you don't know. Now, I do not play in much tournaments. My buddy Russ, he does. I would say if you are going with your friends and stuff, you could do a little bit of it, but if you're in a group with people you don't know, I would kind of abstain. But it's all about, you know, who you're with. League is also a different story. League is where you can really let it fly depending on the members of the league and stuff. All right, there. This reel was definitely bad. But great question, Andrew. Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Some of these where it's like a really tough spot, I'll either use Novus 1 and Novus 2 on the score reel. Novus 1 seems pretty good, but it will take off paint as well. Because, you know, this paint is not protected in any way on these score reels. And also another reason to have a really clean score reel is the light just reflects off of it so much nicer. Alright. Barricade, kind of peaceful, isn't it? Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, this one's going to require a little bit of manual cleaning with some Novus 2 or something maybe on the inside of this reel, but that's okay. Alright, we'll just... Yeah, the outside's actually cleaned up just from the overspray. Okay. Barricade, if a cabinet has vandalism on it, do you ever cover it or leave it? It kind of depends on what it is, where it's at, that kind of stuff. But I've left some certain stuff on there. Obviously, if you were doing a cabinet repaint, you probably wouldn't. So now, I don't know if this is overspray or what, but we've got like little dots and stuff. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a knife and I'll scrape those away. This could have happened when the reel was made as well. But these are just like paint splatters or something. But yeah, this one turned out pretty good. We got a little bit of markings. That's some scraping. We got some dark marks here. And we got some marks on the inside edge. But not bad. Not bad at all. I suppose I could wipe it off. like I've got tissues, or, you know, I've got paper towels here. All right, that looks better. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm going to salvage my clock cleaning solution, because that's expensive stuff. All right. So vandalism, you know, if you're not going to repaint a cabinet, vandalism can tell a story, depending on what it is, you know. Especially the older it is, the better. Somebody put an old date in there or something like that. That can be kind of cool. So my clothes are also getting splattered with this as I'm using the toothbrush. The side of the bucket's getting all black, but that's okay. I think what's really cool is the longer I do this, and the longer you really do anything, you try different products, and then you find stuff that works really good for you. And the amount of effort you put in to clean something is less, so you can spend time doing other stuff. Okay. So the inside of that's pretty good. Alright. Glenn, hey! I just subscribed to your channel. Look forward to the rest of the series since I have this machine. Holy moly, Glenn, you do? Awesome. I've got a question for you, Glenn. Maybe it was because this machine was used in Wisconsin, but on my machine here, the replay unit has its wheel removed. And I think that was because it was set to Add-A-Ball and was used in Wisconsin, but does yours have the replay wheel on it? I also find it interesting that this game is really a Add-A-Ball machine that they just kind of said, well, we'll just put a replay unit on it so it can, you know. But I don't know how you win a free game. I think you only win extra balls, which is kind of weird on a replay game because there's no match feature on it. All right, I'm glad you're here, Glenn. Thank you. Gopu, my Aladdin's castle is a bunch of score scratched into the head. Oh, wow. All right, yeah, these score reels are cleaning up amazing. Part of it's because they're newer. I'm glad you subscribed. That really helps out the channel. And if you got any questions or you want to see anything in particular, you let me know. All right. That looks good. Okay. Probably could use another paper towel, but this thing's getting pretty soaked. So even wax can take off these numbers. So you really got to be careful what you use. Because wax has petroleum distillates in it, otherwise it'd be just a hard block of wax. Alright, let's grab another paper towel here. Yeah, I didn't plan on going this late, but hey, you know, it's like we were making good progress, and it's like, you know, let's clean up the rest of the reels. Alright, let's see here. Glenn says, I'll look and get back to you. I don't want to confuse it with my surfer, which does. Okay, cool. I mean, I am not going to add one back onto this because if you watch another video, I'm going to, based on the way this game is designed, I'm just going to run an Add-A-Ball because it's really an Add-A-Ball game. I find that fascinating that they, you know, like with Top Hand, which you can't really see. I'll move the camera once I clean my hands, but I've got a Top Hand that is a true Add-A-Ball. But the replay version of it, which is Full House, that has a totally different ball count unit that goes from 1 to 5, or whatever it is. Whereas this one, they use the same ball count unit. Okay, that looks pretty good. This has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys and chatting. All right. It might have been a common operator thing, because on Internet Pinball Database, you know, some prototypes and whatnot, and so that was kind of interesting too. Yeah, I'm thinking some of these dots are when they made the reels. They just said screw it. All right, let's see here. All right, looks pretty good. It does, and it goes up to 37. Holy moly, 37. Crazy. That's cool. It must have just been a local thing, because this game was definitely operated in Wisconsin. I don't know when replay games were allowed in Wisconsin. That'd be an interesting thing to figure out, or to learn. But add-a-ball games were definitely for Wisconsin and Illinois, and later on New York after Roger Sharp did his amazing skill work in the courtroom to basically prove that pinball games were not pure gambling devices. All right, one more left, and we will be done for tonight. Coil dust galore. This Krug cutter is working really good. I'm very happy with it. Doesn't really have a strong smell or anything. Doesn't seem to be affecting these numbers. It's really got to be careful though. Every machine is different. All right. If you guys got any ideas on how the stream could be a little better, let me know. I'm all ears. All right, Barricade saw Cactus Canyon on Monday. Sweet. Tell me the story. Where'd you see it, or what was the deal? All right, that looks pretty good. All right, final part. Alright. Ah! Garcade has one in his lobby next to Rush. Nice. Very nice. Alright, cool. Yeah, these must be just from printing. The little dots. Little specks. So I'm sure this is like silk screened or something. Or pad printed, probably. Kind of like to see the machine that made these. Or printed on them, I should say. Machine that made them is probably just injection molded. Oh, almost dropped it in. All right. 9:30, time to go. All right, since these gloves really aren't dirty, try to save them. All right. Ugh, take a look at that water. It was clear before. Alright. Well, that is it. I really want to say thank you. I didn't plan on going an hour and a half, but I am happy I did. We got some great results out of these reels. They turned out really good. Very happy with that. They look beautiful compared to what they were. They look really nice. They're not even scratched up. I'm impressed. 70,000 plays, not bad. All right, we will clean up the rest of the stuff in the ultrasonic cleaner later. Probably do that on my own. We'll see. Who knows? And yeah, I'm sure I'll stream this later. So I really appreciate you guys coming in, and thank you very much, and have yourself a great evening.